An inscription carved on the walls of the tomb continues to echo through the ages. Tutankhamun and the accompanying curse of the pharaohs. The life of King Tutankhamun is one of the most fascinating chapters in ancient Egyptian history. Despite his short reign and untimely death, the discovery of his tomb in 1922 astonished the world with its treasures and insights into his life and mysterious death. In this video, we delve into the life of this young pharaoh who ruled Egypt for a relatively brief period, ending with his death at the age of 19. Ascending the throne at the age of 9, his name, the living image of Ammonius, reflects his divine connection to the chief deity of ancient Egypt. Modern studies suggest that King Tut was born from a union between his father, Akhenaten, and one of Akhenaten's sisters. Royal intermarriage was common to preserve the purity of the bloodline, but it also resulted in congenital defects. Tutankhamun suffered from several genetic abnormalities, including a curved spine and clubfoot. The Curse of the Pharaohs. Following the discovery of the tomb, rumors about the Curse of the Pharaohs began to surface, particularly after the deaths of several individuals associated with the excavation, such as Lord Carnarvon, the expedition's financier. There were also mysterious deaths of those present at the opening of the tomb and the sarcophagus of the young pharaoh. These events, coupled with reports published by the British press about the curse, added an air of mystery to the discovery of the tomb. No pharaoh has achieved fame comparable to that of Tutankhamun in the modern era. The discovery of his tomb sparked a wave of Tutmania, making him a global cultural icon. His treasures were showcased in international exhibitions that drew millions of visitors, and his symbols significantly influenced fashion and popular arts. Tutankhamun is not merely a young pharaoh who ruled Egypt for a brief period. He serves as a window into the history, culture, and daily life of ancient Egypt. Through his tomb and its treasures and secrets, this king remains a symbol of Egyptian creativity and civilization, a bridge connecting the past with the present. The tomb of King Tutankhamun was discovered in the Valley of the Kings in Luxor, Egypt, on November 4, 1922, by British archaeologist Howard Carter. This discovery is considered one of the most significant archaeological achievements of the 20th century, as it was the only royal tomb found with its contents relatively intact and complete. Howard Carter. Carter was born on May 9, 1874, in Kensington, London. He began his career in Egyptology at an early age, joining the British Archaeological Survey in Egypt at the age of 17. Throughout his career, he sketched and documented numerous sculptures and inscriptions in Egyptian temples and tombs. Challenges. Carter faced financial difficulties and pressures to halt his excavation efforts before discovering the tomb. However, his persistence and dedication ultimately led to this monumental discovery. Discovery details. Search and excavation. With funding from Lord Carnarvon, Carter began excavations in the Valley of the Kings in 1917. After years of fruitless searching, in November 1922, he uncovered the entrance to Tomb 62, KV 62, which belonged to Tutankhamun. The tomb was remarkably well preserved despite more than 3,000 years since the young king's death, containing priceless golden and archaeological treasures. Opening the tomb. On February 16, 1923, Carter became the first person in over 3,000 years to enter the chamber housing Tutankhamun's sarcophagus. Contents of the tomb. The tomb contained over 5,000 artifacts, including the famous golden mask, chariots, furniture, jewelry, and weapons. These items reflect the lifestyle of the royal palace and are considered among the most significant archaeological treasures ever discovered. Highlights of the tomb's contents. Golden Death Mask, an exceptional piece of art weighing approximately 24 pounds, adorned with precious stones. Funerary furniture, includes beds, chairs, and intricately decorated chests. Weapons, golden and iron daggers, one crafted from meteoritic iron. Statues and miniature boats, representing his journey to the afterlife. The beginning, an unexpected discovery. On November 4, 1922, a young boy working for an excavation team led by British archaeologist Howard Carter was riding his donkey on the way home. Suddenly, the donkey's hoof slipped into a hidden hole beneath the sand. Curious, the boy investigated and discovered something unusual. He quickly informed Howard Carter, who rushed to the site with his team to begin digging. A few days later, the team uncovered the entrance to a sealed tomb, featuring 72 steps leading down to a doorway sealed with ancient Egyptian wax. Peering through a small opening in the wall, Carter uttered his now famous words, "I see wonderful things." This moment marked the beginning of the discovery of one of the most well-preserved tombs in the history of ancient Egypt, and also the start of the infamous curse. The curse of the young Pharaoh Tutankhamun, death shall come on swift wings to those who disturb the king. In 1922, the world witnessed a discovery that enriched human knowledge and sparked a long-standing debate that resonates to this day. From Egypt's Valley of the Kings emerged the chilling tale of the Pharaoh's curse, captivating imaginations with a mix of terror and intrigue. This groundbreaking archaeological find was pivotal in the history of exploration, yet it carried a haunting mystery, linked to the untimely deaths of several individuals involved in the opening of King Tutankhamun's tomb. Was this a series of eerie coincidences, or a true curse guarding the secrets of the past? Fact or fiction? The events following the unsealing of Tutankhamun's tomb remain an enigma. Were they tragic coincidences, or did mysterious forces truly work to protect the young pharaoh? These tales, despite the passage of time, continue to testify to the awe-inspiring power of buried secrets hidden in Egypt's sands. Death shall come on swift wings to those who disturb the king, a phrase inscribed on the tomb's walls, its echoes still reverberating across the ages. The mysterious scream. Carter discovered the curse's warning, "Death shall come on swift wings to those who disturb the king," engraved at the tomb's entrance and on the door of the second gilded chamber in the burial room. Additionally, Carter found a clay tablet inscribed with a curse in the outer chamber, though he dismissed its significance. As Carter lifted the lid and approached the face of King Tut, surrounded by the shadowed relics of the tomb, he heard a mysterious sound, a faint, ghostly scream emerging from nowhere. This eerie sound marked the beginning of a series of events that baffled scientists and captivated the public's imagination. The cobra strikes Carter's home. Weeks after the tomb was opened, a cobra invaded Carter's home, a sacred symbol that adorned the pharaoh's crown, meant to protect him and strike down his enemies. It was as if the intruder from the spirit world had come to warn Carter and his team. Not long after, strange events began to unfold. Carter's beloved canary, considered a symbol of good fortune, was found dead, in the mouth of the cobra. Shocked, Carter muttered, "The curse of Tut has begun." A series of tragedies. The mysterious death of the financier. Lord Carnarvon, the primary financier of the excavation, became the first notable victim of the curse. While staying in Egypt, he was bitten by a mosquito on his face. What began as a minor injury inexplicably worsened, leading to blood poisoning that claimed his life. He passed away just weeks later, in the very same spot where King Tut's wounds had been found. Dr. Derry, who conducted the autopsy on Tutankhamun's mummy, discovered a healed wound on the king's left cheek, eerily matching the fatal wound on Carnarvon's face. Strangely enough, Carnarvon's final words were, "The lights are coming," as though something unseen was closing in on him. The death of the American visitor. The following month, George J. Gould, an American railroad executive, visited King Tut's tomb. Shortly after his visit, he was struck by a mysterious fever. Within days, he succumbed to his illness while in the French Riviera. This incident raised questions about the tomb's influence, even on those who merely visited it. The doctor who paid the price. It wasn't only archaeologists who fell victim to the curse. Sir Archibald Douglas Reed, the radiologist who assisted in examining the royal coffin, mysteriously fell ill a year after participating in the tomb's opening. His life ended under unexplained and baffling circumstances. 7 deaths were recorded among those connected to the tomb, eerily matching the number of souls demanded by the Oak Island legend. People began to wonder, was it merely coincidence? Or were there mysterious forces guarding the tomb? Magical technology or supernatural forces. The ancient Egyptians believed deeply in magic and the power of written words. In the tomb of Tutankhamun, bricks were discovered at the 4 cardinal directions, inscribed with spells from the Book of the Dead. Some researchers suggest these spells might have been part of a magical technique known as Heka, a mysterious art the Egyptians believed was a divine gift to protect their possessions. On the other hand, proponents of ancient astronaut theories speculate that advanced technology might have been used by the ancient Egyptians to safeguard their tombs. Could such technology have been activated when the tomb was opened? Or is this phenomenon simply a reflection of human fear and the mind's tendency to impose supernatural explanations on the unknown? Little to quell the flood of terrifying stories. Between tales of sudden nervous breakdowns and strange accidents occurring after leaving the site, the idea of the curse became even more widespread among the public. Advancements, this question continues to spark imagination and evoke awe. Each time a new tomb is discovered, the ancient warning echoes once more, "Death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the king."